Music, white boy.
We're live! Glad I got CJ singing that so I can go capture that out. See? It works. Works one way. I
Giggity?
talk straight to... That's what she said.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. This is coming from the person who said TNA was delicious, so...
Yay, got that. Why is Alpha Geek not connecting? Connect. I'm gonna put the raw audio, by the way, just inside baseball for the pre-show. Hi everybody, Geek.io show. I'm gonna put the raw MP3 up in the box. I'm gonna be at Disney this weekend, so I have no time to edit this.
Alright.
So, heads up if
I'll do
somebody else.
I'll do it.
Thank you. Alright, now
Put
that's
your raw
recording.
data in the box. That's all I heard, and I signed my name up for that.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to let that do its thing. If it connects, it connects. If not, I'm guessing not. So, no Alpha Geek tonight? Maybe
That's
no Alpha Geek tonight.
Forgot about it's Friday.
Forgot about Dre?
Has to be non-zero. Like I would bet.
I'm saying 100%.
Well, I mean, no, right.
Alright. No Alpha Geek Radio tonight, folks. Sorry. Alright, so it's going to log into that chat, that fancy chat at geek-io.net/live.
Come join the party.
Party on, Girth.
Party on, Wayne.
Alright. I don't see how it's a party. Alright,
We
so
had one of those lines in this movie. That's stupid. Anyway.
Alright.
Was there?
Going in. There was
Sorry.
plenty of them. They amped that up. Alright, going in 3, 2.
This podcast recorded before a live internet audience. To learn how to listen and watch live, visit tunein.alphageekradio.com.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Hey you. If you're listening to this and don't want to hear expletives, you probably shouldn't listen to it. It's gonna get interesting.
How could you be worthy? You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
This is the Geek.io Rant and Review with your host, CJ Boat, Jared Azevedo, and everyone's favorite Aussie, Dale Campbell. This week, are you worthy of Thor's hammer? What is Theta Protocol anyway? Find out as we discuss The Avengers, Age of Ultron, Excelsior!
Indeed. It is that time once again. Friday night, for some reason. Because, well, personal issues. So, Friday night, welcome to Geek.io, episode number 105, our rant and review of Age of Ultron. Recorded Friday, the 15th of May, 2015, because Dale puts the correct dates in there because I love him. I am CJ Boat.
I'm Jared Azevedo, who forgot to put nicknames in for everyone.
Yeah, I know, I'm Dale Campbell.
And I'm Raul Garza.
It's okay, because Raul wouldn't read it anyway.
I'm actually in the right part of the doc this time.
At least you're not like me, who just starts reading the actor names as show title candidates.
or Andy, who just makes up his own, because why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
He's good like that.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Alright, so I didn't check to see if we had a trailer.
A trailer, yes we did.
Is there?
Show intros, outros, trailers,
All right.
you know, where it lives.
Is that where it lives?
It is now.
Alright, so just as a heads up, guys, I know this is a new one and we've been doing a bunch of older movies. This is a heads up. We are going to talk in depth about Age of Ultron and maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So if you don't mind being spoiled or something, or just go see the movie. You should have seen the movie by now.
Yes.
Don't be Dale.
Hi, I've actually seen the movie. Thank you very much. I just want to put that out publicly. 2 days ago now.
Just under the wire there. Just under the wire.
Yeah, right. If we wouldn't have pushed back recording, Dale would not have seen the movie.
I know, yes, I would have. Thursday night, Friday morning. Thank you. That would be
gotten out of the movie.
Actually, yeah, that's probably more accurate by the time I got home on Friday morning.
From taking his supermodel date home. So,
Well, you
just
know.
as a fair warning to everybody, again,
Spoilers. 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 Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Okay, I think we got it.
just making sure
Okay,
everybody knows that there are
Spoiler,
spoilers
I've got
of
a
Ultron.
headache from that bumper.
For you small screen spoiler show fans.
Spoiler warning! I got to warn you. You're doomed to stay. Go. Go.
Dun,
No.
Go! Alright.
It doesn't feel right without I Fight Dragons behind it.
It never feels right without iPhone Dragons.
Alright, so, just like we've been doing, here's a trailer. It's probably not going to make any sense to anybody for audio purposes.
It'll be brilliant.
I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
Sorry.
Everyone screaming for mercy. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings. Strings.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever.
Now I'm free. There are no strings on me.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I don't see how that's a trailer.
It doesn't seem much in the trailer.
Well, it looks better than it sounds.
It really does, actually.
Oh yeah, it's kind of an action movie, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Literally.
I do apologize to audio listeners for that. Squealing noise.
Loud. Holy crap.
Boy, that was not done right.
I am so sorry. I pulled that down as fast as I could, though. Like. All right, so top of the show, we discussed movie production. First of all, we're gonna completely rip off the information that is on IMDb. This is Marvel's The Avengers: Age of Ultron. It can only be seen currently in theaters. It was released May 1st for everybody that matters. Like
I disagree.
17 weeks ago for everybody else. When Tony Stark tries to jumpstart a dormant peacekeeping program, things go awry, and Earth's mightiest heroes, including Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, are put to the ultimate test as the fate of the planet hangs in the balance. I should clean my glasses before coming onto the show. As the villain Ultron emerges, it is up to the Avengers to stop him from enacting his terrible plans and soon alliances and unexpected action. It's totally expected. Unexpected action paved the way for global adventure.
No, but I do like the idea of a donament peacekeeping program. Sounds like
no, okay. I'm playing Saints Row 4 right now, and that is a totally different word for me. Like,
right.
I'm not even gonna. I can't explain it. But that takes an entire like.
Tony Stark being dominant. Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh. Enter the dominatrix. That's all I'm saying. All right. This is starring, of course, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark / Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner / Hulk, Chris Evans as Steve Rogers / Captain America, Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow, Jeremy Renner as Droopy Dog, and James Spader as Speaker Cheeks.
What about
Speaker Cheeks?
What's his name?
Those are the best kind of cheeks.
Vision. The guy that played the Vision.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany, and then you have.
He's only on the screen for like what 7-8 minutes.
Yeah, you have Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch and Kick-Ass as Quicksilver.
Indeed.
All right, so some trivia. Character times: Captain America is on the screen for 50 minutes, Iron Man for 45, Black Widow for 33.
She had a right party.
This show doesn't have enough Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm
really surprised that Captain America was the most screen time. Like he didn't feel
I'm
like
not.
he was on the screen that long.
No, dude, he had like all of the big action scenes to himself.
Exactly.
Like the entire bus scene.
Maybe he just didn't
all
talk
the train
that
scenes.
much. Maybe he was always
No, he
just
didn't talk that much. He was just throwing his shield around and trying to poke Ultron's speakers.
Which I'm okay with.
Quicksilver was actually on screen for 26 minutes, Hawkeye for 19, Thor for 14, and Vision for almost 9.
That surprised me, Hawkeye being on for nearly 20 minutes.
And all of that was that freaking farm scene.
Oh, you guys didn't like the farm scene?
We'll get into
that. I like the farm scene.
We'll get into that.
Spoiler alert.
Hold on.
Spoiler alert. That farm scene was... Anyway.
All right, both Spider-Man and Captain Marvel were originally planned to appear at the end of this as new Avengers of the team before being cut from the film, mainly because Spider-Man still has not been cast yet.
Yeah, also licensing.
Yeah,
no,
neither of those two people were ready
that was the deal.
No, Civil War is where Spider-Man is going to make his entry.
Yeah, the licensing thing came in like after they were done filming and stuff. So
I had heard rumors that they were going to
came in.
kind of do what they did with the shawarma scene, which is like after like the shawarma scene was actually created only I think it was 2 weeks before American release of the movie.
Yeah, that's why Captain America had the shawarma up by his face. It's because he had a beard from Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Snowpiercer.
So I was thinking I'm sure I had heard rumors that they were going to do like that with those two, and because Captain Marvel sometimes has a full face mask, sometimes she doesn't, and of course Spider-Man is Spider-Man, so you could easily just CG him in that we had the rights to it, but I'm guessing it just wasn't soon enough, and having Spider-Man on screen without having him talk is a complete and total waste. Because you have to have snarky quippy quip.
Allegedly.
Well, people still pee their pants if they saw Spider-Man there.
Yeah, this is true. Spider-Man! We had Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, we had Spider-Man.
Speaking of, because Ultron was described as 8 to 9 feet tall, Spider-Man had to wear an antennae-like contraption made out of a thick piece of wire and 2 red balls attached to the top of it that went up his entire back and 3 feet above his head. So he had a giant dildo above his head the entire movie. It's fantastic.
Yep.
This was done so that the actors that shared scenes with him would be able to stare at the balls.
I guess we put this bit of trivia in the notes. No?
Elizabeth
No
Olsen stated that this was actually distracting because Spader would be giving an intense performance, and out of instinct she would look at him rather than the balls. Much to everyone's amusement. Whenever this happened, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Quicksilver, would yell, "Red balls! Look at his balls, Lizzie!" And in order for her to look her in the right direction.
Oh, look at that! Look, there's balls.
I love the fact that that was a thing on set. Like,
balls were definitely a set on the set of this movie.
The best one of these I love is James Spader used his natural speaking voice for Ultron with no accent or alteration of his voice. That is amazing to me.
I loved his voice.
Yeah,
I loved his
it was perfect for it. It did sound like they kind of gave it a metallic sound after.
Kind of only a little bit though. Like you ran it through the Audacity filter that just gave it a slight
metal
metallic.
filter.
Yeah. And of course, as you heard in the first trailer, Ultron recites "No Strings on Me," a song from Pinocchio, came out in 1940. Walt Disney filmed about an inanimate being who gained sentience. Ultron serves as a dark parallel to Pinocchio.
Except his nose.
Except when Ultron lies, his giant red balls grow.
Ooh.
So Dark Feral, is that
Put that as a show title,
sad
will we?
instead of happy?
Growing red balls.
Oh, you stepped all over my joke. Deal.
I did. You're welcome.
All right, this is the best. All right, quote time. This is one of my favorite parts of this. Hey, Jazz.
Shit.
Language.
Man, that was the running joke throughout the whole freaking movie.
It was great.
And the thing is I saw this with my with Rachel's nephews, and to this day, one of us curse, and we just yell at each other, "Language!"
Really? Language? Did you just say language?
Force of habit.
Right?
That one's not going away.
Happening?
I'm trying to remember. It was Stark was the one that kept bugging them about it. Scarlet Witch.
But then it moved into they told Maria Hill, and freaking Maria Hill said something about it. and Nick Fury did too. They
at the social event
about
they
this.
all got told at the at whatever the hell that event was. That's confusing.
Iron Man's
Open
orgy.
Day. Yes, Iron Man's orgy. Should say Iron Man's Open Day, but sure, same thing.
Same thing.
You know how we roll.
Hey Dale, what's a girl like you doing in a place like this?
A guy did me wrong. There've been a lot of people in my life, all of them fighters. Then there comes this guy who's not like anyone I've ever met. He doesn't want to be a fighter.
I don't see how this is a party anymore.
I don't see how these guys are a party. I mean, they're just so exhausting. That's not a question I want answered. Yeah, by the way, that's not that bothered me in this movie.
All right, somebody set me up here.
All set up, boss.
All set up, boss. Actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
So true, though. Although Captain America. Anyway.
We can still find a better way to achieve peace.
I can't actually throw up in my mouth, but if I could, I would do it.
I loved Ultron's lines in this.
Oh my god, Jury nailed this.
Quippy man.
Him and Scott Johnson did a spoiler cast about this, and Jury set this up perfectly. This was Joss Whedon writing himself into a movie, completely and totally writing himself into a movie.
Well, that was Didn't he say that it was meant to be like a personal project of his, and he wanted to do it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was only actually scheduled to do the first Avengers movie, and then saw the original script for this, and just. I know that they said at one time that Ultron was supposed to be like super, super dark, like he is in the comic books, and then Joss Whedon's like, yeah, no.
No, thank you.
No, let me have this.
Let me help you with that.
Let me just take that. We're just gonna take this original script and throw it in the garbage, and then I'm gonna go back to my room over there, and in a couple of days I'm gonna come out and do something awesome.
You
guys just trust
said
me.
that the original cut was like 3.5 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that on Blu-ray.
The mythical 3-hour cut, or 3+ hour cut.
Director's cut.
I cannot wait to see that. Oh my
20
god.
more minutes of farm.
Yeah, we're getting more farm. Or proportionately, we're getting less farm because the movie will be longer and the farm scenes will stay the same.
All right.
It'll be great.
That's plot. That's in the next half of the show, but I really want to get to that. All right. So, production.
It was fine.
Punchy. Good, really good editing, as you would expect. I mean, there's unlike the rest of the movies that we've watched, there's a ton of money poured into this movie.
$250,000, if my memory is not mistaken. And the fact that this is
no, I think it was 250 million.
250 million. Sorry. 1,000 million. Yeah.
Wow, they spent more on Snowpiercer than Age of Ultron. Who knew?
Sorry,
18,000 production companies.
I think you're getting it mixed up with Wieners. I think that was the one that was 250,000.
Sorry, I always get everything mixed up with Wieners. It's just
Wieners. Gail puts.
And they spent 200,000 on the Wienermobile.
Well, we were talking about Red Balls before, so yeah, there's that.
I was completely distracted.
Everything comes back to Wieners. It always comes back to Wieners.
Always. My point is that, and also they had over 300 plus special effects shots.
Yes.
Which is unprecedented for.
With varying successes. Like that first scene looks like it was made out of the same guys that made Ruby Season 1.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who was sitting there.
No, dude, it was so bad. It was so bad. That first scene was so ridiculously bad.
I'm so glad, because I thought I was the only one who was sitting there going...
No, and I'm watching them do this, and like Thor's hand went through something. Like, I'm just like, this is not good at all.
Yeah, and then that's where the language thing came.
Yeah. No, the scripting in this is obviously fine. This is obviously Joss Whedon up to 11. Like, it's funny, it's strong, it's quick, it keeps the pace moving, but the special effects are just so varied in this that it's so inconsistent. I mean, that first scene...
I only found it to be inconsistent at the beginning.
There was still obvious, like, once you've been doing this for a while, you can tell, like, when certain companies are doing certain things, like J.J. Abrams and having, his production company having lens flares all over the place. Most of the time, the CG in this was very, very, very good. The first scene and a lot of the stuff in the church was really weird.
That church was weird in general, though, so that was just fitting.
Yeah, all I noticed in the first scene, really, was that everything looked kind of grainy.
Yeah.
There was dust smeared on everything.
It was
including Iron Man's shiny suit.
Yeah, well... Alright.
It was just so weird. Like it just was. It was almost off-putting. And thankfully, I got to see this. I don't want to say thankfully I got to see this without Rachel, but thankfully I got to see it without Rachel, because this allowed me to be my snarky critique person in the movie theater, which I normally don't get to do, which is amazing to me. I normally have to wait to be snarky until it comes out on DVD.
I'm snarky all the time. I don't care who's around, hot supermodel or
Rachel
not.
Hits me.
Always snarky.
Rachel hits me, and I don't feel like
I don't care. I don't care if anyone hits me during a movie when I'm being snarky. It drives me to do more.
I mean,
that sounds strange out of context.
I haven't done this as much as you guys have, but I don't spot those. yet.
I only spotted
I-
because it was off-putting for the rest of the movie, though. And as the movie,
It's
the
such a
next
weird
scene,
tone.
yeah,
I mean, it did. I mean, like the rest of the movie, except for in Wakanda, was very shiny, was very different than that first scene. And I get it, Arctic tundra and stuff like that, but it still put a weird, it put a weird mentality onto things when they
Yeah, it was
immediately
weird to
went
kick
from
off
that
with.
to bright and chromy, and like it was very off-putting.
Hmm.
And Raul, the
fire.
only reason why I noticed these
Boy.
things is because I've been doing this as a hobby for 15 years.
You're
So-
talking about Josh Whedon up to 11. That Chrome filter was also turned up to 11. I swear
Oh
to
my
God.
God, yeah, it was.
Boy.
Especially in
Make it
Slakophia.
shinier. Make it shinier. It's not shiny enough.
Yeah, right.
You want another beating? Make it shinier.
Good for
Ugh.
you. Good for you. No, yeah, the
Buff
Chrome
my
filter was
Ultron.
definitely-
Make
It
him
was not-
shiny.
It wasn't super distracting, but it definitely I definitely noticed, especially when they would hit when they would do the weird thing where they would go from you would see a scene that was obviously filmed in a studio to a scene that was filmed in real life. It was very weird. Like it was obvious that most of the Wakanda stuff was filmed actually on a set out in the real world, because a lot of it was more muted. They didn't build that set to be perfect. It was very obviously, real, as opposed to the stuff in Slakophia that was very obviously built on a set, or at least a prefab village.
A prefab village. I'll give you that. A set.
Prefab village.
Yeah,
a
like
prefab village.
like where Captain America's trying to catch the cars.
Yeah.
Like that pre-made stage or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh
With
yeah.
CG and all that. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is fine. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there's not a lot that we can really do to pick apart this. I mean,
No, it's Avengers, and it's got $250 million behind it with lots of good people, and all of our
Yeah.
stuff's basically just nitpicking
It-
on the
it really
production
is.
side.
Well,
So,
not really.
but-
That first scene though. That's a
Yeah,
that's a
that-
main note.
For
Come
you,
on.
okay, yes. I didn't even notice it until, thinking back on it as I was listening to something else and they were talking about it. I was like, yeah, they're right. The first scene did look weird, but at the time I didn't even notice it.
Yeah,
would you
I
say
mean, your
that
average
kinda-
person's not going to either.
that first scene
Well.
kind of felt shot with the same filter as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, I'd say it was shot with the same filter as freaking Snowpiercer.
Yeah, it was.
I would say
Definitely had a lot of
that-
Snowpiercer filtering on it.
What? As opposed to
And it's
Hansel and
Sokovia.
filtering, which we don't talk about.
I know. I just like calling it Slakophia.
Sokovia. Sokovia.
Slakovia.
Sokovia.
Is that
Scoving.
supposed to be a real town, a real village?
No, no,
or is
no.
it just...
What that was is Marvel, and this has actually been confirmed by Kevin Feige. Marvel actually wrote several scripts of it, depending on what kind of rights they could get for the movies. Originally, this was supposed to be Latveria, which is Doctor Doom's Doctor Doom's country in the Fantastic Four. They couldn't get that because when this was written was before the Fantastic Four movie was even a thing, and they thought they were going to get the rights back from Fox. And then Fox was like, no, we're keeping these rights.
Because we want to turn
so-
out another shitty movie, but anyway.
Slakovia or whatever. Now I can't pronounce it right. I've said it wrong so many times. It doesn't sound right to me at all.
Slakovia, yeah, gotcha.
Slakovia is not a real place, but it was based on a place in the Marvel universe.
Alright. That makes sense. That's fair.
All right.
Look at this comic book analysis from CT over there.
Right. It's almost like I run 3 comic book shows or something.
Something like that. It's something like that.
All right. So why don't we go ahead and then cut to the break really quick, so that way we can get to what we actually want to talk about, which is the plot and storyline.
Yes.
Good deal.
And parties.
Do we have enough time for
And
that?
parties.
Yes, that's the reason why I want to cut this off quick. So let's
Okay.
go ahead and get off to that, and we're gonna do our mid-show ads, including the Gamer Geek segment from Raul. Music in the middle of the show is I Fight Dragons from the near future. No strings. Stay tuned.
Hey you! Yes, you, fine listener of this program. You can help us become more than what we already are. I know, it's a revolution. Hold on to your butts, because I'm about to give you a URL address that could change our lives. Not really, but it would help us out tremendously if you went over to geek-io.net/support, so we can do a lot more than what we're actually doing now. That website actually has a lot of links on it where you can help us out monthly through Patreon at our Patreon site at patreon.com/geekio, or you can help us out once off by supporting those who support us. But then you can become the ones who support us, who support you, who support us. It's supportception. To continue this supportception, it's in your hands. Go to geek-io.net/support to keep this ever-long cycle of support up. Thank you.
I got bad news for you. Your t-shirt sucks. You should take it off and buy a new one. And the best place to buy a new t-shirt is www.geek-io.net/tfury. Because I can have a t-shirt, you can have a t-shirt, but you better not get it from anywhere else but T-Fury. I am JD, and I approve this message.
Wait, what?
Welcome, this is Raul for Geek.io's Gamer Geeks with the top stories for the week of May 11th, 2015. 10 years ago this week, the World of Warcraft guild, Pals for Life, posted a video of a raid gone horribly wrong, immortalizing the battle cry of Leroy Jenkins. The battle cry has since been turned into an achievement for World of Warcraft and as well as a card for Blizzard's other game, Hearthstone. Twitch, the online video game streaming site, stated in a blog post that they are rolling out with a opt-in beta feature that would be available to all streamers that would reduce lag times by up to 33% on average. Nintendo has announced their programming for E3, starting with the Nintendo World Championships for the first time in 25 years. Also planned for that week is the Nintendo Digital event, Treehouse Live, as well as a demo for Mario Maker for Wii U being available at select Best Buy locations. Staying with the Nintendo theme, the Silver Edition Mario Amiibo will be in stores on May 29th at an MSRP of $12.99. Theme is having a publisher sales weekend with up to 80% off Capcom titles like Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Dead Rising, and many others. Head on over to steampower.com to see the full list. Thanks for listening to Geek.io's Gamer Geeks, and be sure to check out geek-io.net, where you put geek in and you geek out.
Myself when I would let you down. I thought it was my fault, but I know better now. You didn't want, yes I was. You wanted someone who would live for your applause. You're free to do what you wanna do, but I don't have to. I used to care what you thought of me, but now I see through you and your brass rings. 'Cause I don't dance and I got no strings. I used to think that you knew all the answers cold, but then I blinked and saw the shit beneath the gold. Now that I know, I can can't let go. I can be anyone I want when I'm alone. You're free to do what you wanna do, but I don't have to. I used to care what you thought of me, but now I see through you and your brass rings. 'Cause I don't dance and I got no strings. You're free to do what you wanna do, but I don't have to. I used to care what you thought of me, but now I see through. You're free to do what you wanna do, but I don't have to. I used to care what you thought of me, but now I see through. You're free to do what you wanna do, but I don't have to. I used to care what you thought of me, but now I see through you and your brass rings. 'Cause I don't dance and I got no strings.
Oh, yeah. Topical song of the week.
Bibbidi boop bop bop.
All right,
It's all
so
good
now it's the time of the show where we talk about the story and rip it apart and do our Tito ratings.
I see Raul is reading up and getting ready for the future. The Infinity Gauntlet. I feel like I've heard of
Nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere. All right, so where to start? From the beginning, I suppose. You can. They quickly wrapped up stuff from Winter Soldier. Like,
Yeah, but
hey, we're still fighting Hydra. Yay!
Hydra's still there and they're still bad. They got the staff and we're gonna go get it. And if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you find out how they know where the staff is, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Also Theta Protocol. I'm just gonna keep throwing that out.
That's not there yet.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually saw the final episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, not the final episode, but the episode that leads into
Age of Ultron?
into Age of Ultron. And I thought it was a pretty good lead-in. It was really good. I mean,
Yeah. And then the one right after that, they just assume you watched Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Moving on.
It's like, yeah, Age of Ultron happened. If you didn't see it, I don't know why you're here. Go watch Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And then come back.
You know why you're here, and particularly when the title says Age of Ultron, you would think that, you know.
Yeah. Shush.
End of the description, but, you know. No?
Yeah,
We're talking about S.H.I.E.L.D., Dale.
Oh, okay.
You'd know that if you got back on time.
Yeah, I would. Sorry.
Oh, poor Dale.
Not my fault. Not my fault. It's a Saturday afternoon, and I'm on
It's all his
call.
beard's
All right,
fault.
not my fault.
It's his beard's fault.
It's my
Yes.
beard's fault.
I always blame Dale's beard.
Distracting
My-
beard.
My beard that might not be here for long. No, I don't know. That's
No.
beard talk. Beard talk is a talk for another time.
yes.
Beard talk is not right now.
What'd you guys think of all the action? There was like a lot of action in this movie.
It was actiony.
It was definitely an actiony movie, filled with action, lots and lots of action. There was some action, and then there was a party, and then there was some more action, and then there was a farm,
There was indeed a party.
And then there was some more action, and then there was a farm, and then there was some more action.
Oh, God.
And there was a church.
Which that farm had action on it,
Well,
by
the
the
church
way.
is part of the action.
Well, there was action at the party.
There was action at the party.
That's after
There was
the
also-
party. At the after party, there was action.
Hey, by the way, after
I mean,
party.
unless you want to talk about Hulk and Black Widow, there was some action there. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, there was. For some reason, why did people dislike that so much? I loved that.
I had no problem with it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know. It just seemed very.
It seemed it felt genuine. I feel like
it was genuine. I'll give you that.
Or
Hulk was having more of a party than what she was.
Or pandering. It didn't feel pandering. It felt. It was nice. It's nice.
So, was I wrong to assume like Banner's reaction to it was just like, "Oh no, she's not flirting with me. We're just friends."
It was a
Pretty
total
much.
nerd response.
Yeah.
She's not really into me, right?
Right? You
Hey,
think
look
so,
at me.
Captain?
Look at me, I'm a giant dork. Turns into a rage monster.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, we're just
Why would you be into that?
That likes leather.
Nobody
I don't
wants that. Look at her.
Yeah, it
Black
just.
Widow.
I don't know. I don't understand why people were so upset about that. Like, it felt so forced. No, it didn't. Like, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since the formation. There's gonna be some development.
Yeah. Felt fine. Maybe there was a little missing in between, but you know, you just fill it in yourself. There's stuff.
Yeah, right. Phil, that's what it is. People aren't filling in
They've
the
been
blanks.
hanging out in the lab and whatnot.
They've had a lot of trauma. That's what's
They
happening.
spent enough time together to figure out the lullaby trick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You think that just happened? They just like, oh, hey, we should just try this random thing I thought of. No, there was practice and you know, formulating. There were tests.
Yeah, there was practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was formulating.
The sun's going down, big fella.
I wonder how many buildings.
No, the sun is getting real low.
They got the right
Whatever.
song.
I saw it 2 weeks ago, unlike you do.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on opening day. So
I saw it the day after opening day.
look at us, parents getting.
I saw
to
it
see
2
movies
days
on time
ago.
late.
What's your excuse, Dale?
Again, I've already exclaimed this that I could not find a hot supermodel date to take. I've already exclaimed this.
So you guys discussed the fact that I can't say too much because Rachel was walked into the room. They made a big deal about an Avenger dying in this.
Yes.
And
hi, Rachel.
Oh yes, the fake out, the giant fake out.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
gigantic, like
Where Joss Whedon spent the entire movie telegraphing as hard as he could with all of everything that's in him that Hawkeye is going to die.
only to pull a Whedon.
Only to say right after the
That
end.
sounds wrong.
It's like, oh, here it comes. Hawkeye's about to die. We've set it up. We've got his family. His wife is pregnant. You know, it's all of these trope to set up Hawkeye to die.
Only to
And
pull out
be-
his giant Whedon and just slap you with it.
slap you with his Whedon, slap you right across the face with it, and then just look right at the fourth wall and say, "Ha! You didn't see that coming."
Okay.
Then I was like,
I
make a
then
scene
I
this
was
reference and I get cake.
That was a line in the film. You didn't see that coming, did you?
You didn't see that coming, did? Or, I'm sorry, you didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah, that accent was a bit off-putting for both of them. Like,
Yeah, well,
Elizabeth Olsen, like, she didn't try
Sokovia
too
is not a
hard.
real place, so you know maybe that's just a Sokovian accent.
Yeah, it sucked. That was for sure.
Random Russian area.
I kept kept trolling myself thinking it was British the entire time, but that's just a mind game. I was trying to go, this accent's good if I think it's this one.
It just,
I want my word.
I mean, he was one
my
step
word.
away from nuclear Wessel. I mean, I like him as an actor, but man. And again, I understand they're not American. I understand that perfectly well, but good lord.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, but though, like I said, Elizabeth Olsen, she tried less on hers and was just like speaking herself most of the time until she like had to put a hard k on something. That's the only time her accent came out. Like whenever she had to put like the ing, which comes out.
You're making a mistake.
But it just, oh my god, all right now, yeah, just like that actually kind of pissed me off where they pulled that they just like stretched that out and they're like, oh yeah, see, they just announced she's pregnant and just, oh yeah, just nope. But you know he's gonna come back to life, right? You know he's not dead,
Quicksilver?
right? Yeah,
Probably.
no.
This is the
They
Marvel
set
universe.
it up in Age of Ultron. They
Yeah, I know,
revealed
they have
Hawkeye at the
the
beginning of the movie.
Regeneration
like he was dead.
thingy.
Like he
Huh?
was dead.
No, he wasn't. He just had a hole in him.
No, he just got severely injured.
Yeah,
They
he
said
wasn't
he wasn't
dead.
breathing.
Oh, they're gonna stitch them back together with fake skin, right?
Amadeus chose mom. Amadeus chose mom is gonna revive him. It's as simple as that. No, that's a person. Amadeus chose.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Dan.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's not a joke. It's a thing.
Alright.
Yay, Jazz understands.
We're
things.
getting deep into the. Well, I watched all the Age of Ultron things you probably didn't understand video or whatever.
Ah, alright.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get on that.
This lady, she's the
Does
mom
that-
of this person, and this. What were the other things? I don't even
Does
remember.
does that explain the mid-credits roll too? Because that would be of real use to me.
You've
You
seen
just
all
need to
the
go
other
watch
movies, right?
You need to go see Guardians of the Galaxy because I don't know why
Yeah.
you haven't watched that.
Right?
I don't
No,
know.
don't
why.
worry. He's gonna watch it. If he doesn't watch it before January, he's gonna watch it at least 6 times before he leaves.
Mind you, I'm probably going to watch it 6 times in January, but that's another story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in a bit over 200 days. And counting.
230 something.
Hashtag not counting.
Not counting. Not at all. Not at all.
All right. So I mean, like, oh, go ahead.
Since we're jumping around, they had this huge. If that big old block of Earth was gonna drop, it was gonna kill everyone, right?
Yes.
Right,
It was,
right.
it
That
was,
was that was the theory behind it. Yes.
Kill
Okay.
everyone dinosaur style.
True. Would anyone else outside of that radius that saw this even realize that the Earth was about to end? Like people in
No.
New York, did they know that?
it would have just surprised them. Like
Yeah.
it would randomly get killed everybody. Like only people in that area would have noticed what was happening. Everybody else would have just died, either from tidal waves, earthquakes, anything along those lines.
Shockwaves,
Instantly been dead.
volcanoes. You know.
Yeah,
Volcanoes, yeah.
this would have set it off a complete apocalyptic event.
Which that was the point of it.
Yeah. I mean, because he only wanted his.
Yeah.
Ultron
except for
only
the-
wanted
for
his
the robots.
robot.
The robots.
Yeah.
His
Which, by the way,
Iron
wouldn't
Agent.
have. How would have the robots survived then? If they were on
Yeah,
the lower Earth, wouldn't they have been wiped out too?
he can make more.
Yeah,
True.
and you
point.
know, they're probably more resilient than us humans.
Against every single natural disaster under the sun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Uh,
Fair enough. If you think so.
Yeah. Shh. All right. Time for me to geek out a little bit. I understand why they did this. All right, Jazz, you realize that they're still Inhumans, right?
Yeah.
That Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are still
No,
Inhumans. Right?
my guess is that they, submitted themselves for the experiments, and then what's his name, Strucker, just kind of accidentally Terrigen misted them.
Exactly. Or I mean, in the books, they can trigger their inhuman selves even without the Terrigen mists if it is required enough of them. If their body has been subjected enough, it's just going to trigger.
Seems legit.
And that also explains the reason why their powers, while strong, incredibly strong, are not as fleshed out as they could be if they would have went through the Terrigen mists proper. Also, that being said, with him working with Whitehall and Hydra, there's no reason why he couldn't have had Terrigen mist. He couldn't have a thing there that could have mimicked the chemical compound of it, because Whitehall did all of the experiments on the Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Indeed.
So the Inhumans.
But he did never open the diviner to get the crystals out. So.
The Inhumans are artificially made by the myth, right? There's no like
It's in their
natural.
DNA. No, it's in their DNA, left over from the Kree experimentation and
Yeah. All right.
Awakens.
History
it in
lesson.
them.
Yeah, exactly. History lesson. Kree came to the Cro-Magnon period, experimented on humans. Certain humans got their DNA rewritten to become Inhumans if exposed to this stuff called Terrigen Mists. Also, a cheap ploy saying that we can't use the word mutant in our movies, so we're going to have Inhumans beat these points.
So we have Inhumans instead.
And now it's a movie called Inhumans, but anyway, I digress.
No, yeah.
Magneto
Well, I
is
mean,
not
it
your
was,
daddy.
yeah. Magneto is not your daddy, exactly.
Your daddy died by Stark missile.
Yes. Stark missile. Stark penis. I like that. I like that plot point a lot. You know, exploring the fact that Tony's past is going to haunt him forever. There's no escaping the fact that you were a
I did like
despicable,
that, though.
horrible human being. And yes,
did
you're a
like
hero now, but you were a shit. And you were always going to be a shit in most of the world's eyes.
Also, your dad.
Yes.
Kind of a douchebag. Hashtag
Yes.
Agent Carter.
Hashtag Agent Douche.
He's not an agent.
Hashtag Agent Carter's your mommy.
He just makes weapons for fun.
Yeah, literally.
And
'Cause he
then
felt
gets
like
upset
it.
when people try to use them for bad.
Okay. So, I loved Ultron in this. It felt a little weird to have Ahab in there, the Golem.
Yeah, he felt very tacked on and random.
He that's his origin story because he is a villain of
Black Panther, right?
Black Panther. There we go. Yes. Yeah. He's a big villain for Black Panther. So when that comes around, he'll be a big deal.
Right.
And
Andy
what was
Serkis
that,
will be the main villain of the villain.
What was that metal that he had?
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Vibranium, yeah.
It's the same thing that Cap's shield is made out of. Also used in place of adamantium in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because, hey, mutants!
Sorry, carry on.
Stop saying mutants. You have to pay like $100 million every time you do.
Fox. Jesus.
God, banned in Germany, now Fox is suing us? Wow, we're having it all.
Right? But vibranium is a thing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cap shield's always been made out of it. Wakanda is the #1 resource for it, and Black Panther is the king of Wakanda.
It's good to be the king.
Apparently.
So there's that stretch. That amount of time is to cover up the fact that, or is to build that to that point to Civil War.
I hope when the extended. Sorry. Go on.
The issue that I have with this movie, and the main issue that I have, and it's actually a pretty big issue, is that this is obviously and clearly a second chapter, which is never the strongest and always used to build to that third or fourth chapter. You cannot put too much into this because you can't draw too many arching storylines into this. You have to just continue the ones and build towards what's going to be in the third movie.
That was my
Civil War
thinking in the entire movie.
Yeah, it just felt like a bridge, and that was a major thing for me. I love the Ultron thing. Ultron is an amazing villain. However, to have him be a one-and-done villain is ridiculous.
Yeah. But they had to have something. They had to have... Think about...
They had to have something that was, the Avengers would actually have to struggle to defeat.
Whoa. What is going on with Jazz's
light
light party there? What is...
My camera freaking out, I don't know.
That's better.
It does it sometimes.
Yeah, you're having a...
more and more white and less yellow.
Yeah, a disco party over there, Jazz. Where's that invitation? Yeah,
so white, yellow disco party.
So we needed a super villain of some sort.
We needed a villain because we needed a resolution.
All of the Avengers to defeat.
Each movie, every movie in the history of time has to have a resolution or a revolution, depending on how you want to look at that. And Ultron was the point of that. So
it just Ultron is such a big thing in comic books. To have him be a one and done villain is ridiculous.
And that's another point too.
We have, so.
Huh?
There's just only so many Marvel movies we have.
Yeah.
I know.
For now.
And they've already decided to make Thanos the big bad, so.
And I'm all right with that. So I mean, if you, in a Marvel universe, there's really two major galactic big bads. There's Thanos, and then there's Galactus. Galactus belongs to Fox, so we have to have Thanos.
We can't have that one.
Fox takes all of the nice things, so we have to have the not so cool ones.
Well, I mean, isn't Adam Warlock? Doesn't he shift between good and bad?
Yes, but he's mostly good.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll probably do what he did in the books, which is originally he'll probably be the main point of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he'll probably be the villain of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then be the good guy, because he'll be able to harness the Soul Gem, and that's going to be the entire point of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, is fighting Adam Warlock out of his weird ass cocoon and getting the Soul Gem.
Wait, that's the Soul Gem. What does the Vision have? The Mind Gem?
The
Mind Gem. Yep. All right, here it is.
Tesseract's the Power Gem?
Yeah, no, Tesseract is the space. Aether is the Reality Gem. Yeah, all right. The Tesseract is the Power Gem. The Aether, which is in Thor 2, is the Reality Gem. The Loki Pokey Stick had the Mind Gem in it. The Crystal in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is the Power Gem.
Oh, right, that's the Power Gem. So, hold on.
You said the Tesseract was power. The Tesseract space.
I said space.
Yeah, the first time, but
you said no. Jazz said it was the Tesseract was the Power Gem.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you said power again the second time, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's the Space Gem. We've
Yes,
got
the
this
Space
worked out.
Gem, and then I got all the rest of them right. So shush. So now
I
we
wouldn't
have
even know where to start, so you're
now
doing
we
better than me.
we have Time, Soul, and just Time and Soul. Yeah, Time and Soul left.
Yeah. I think they're only doing 6 instead of 7.
Yeah, 7 isn't always in there though. Like 7 is the heart element of Captain Planet.
Rhythm.
Yeah.
Rhythm gem? What is a rhythm gem? It's pink.
Get down to the boogie. That's the one. It's the one where that completes the disco lights of the Infinity.
Jazz's party.
If he blasts that with him, it's just going to make Peter Quill act more like himself. He's going to remove his ability, his need for a Walkman, and just have his music in his head all the time. That's what the rhythm gem does. Just turns you into a walking MP3 player.
What I really enjoyed, Ultron's personality.
Yes.
Yeah, him actually getting a personality, which is nice, I guess.
He was like, he was like a full-grown child, I guess. Like
yes,
he was exactly that. He was a full-grown child with knowledge of everything.
Yeah,
basically.
Because databases and files.
Yeah, basically scanned all of history
and paper.
I was like, okay. I know all languages and all of history and everything.
Like when what's his name? Was it Ahab? Says like, wait, Tony Stark said that.
Yeah, that's right. He's also like a image of Tony Stark.
Yeah, and he gets all mad and kicks him out the door and like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the personification of Ultron in this.
It needed to happen because think about it like this: what if Ultron was just a robot with nothing else?
He would have wound up being like Agent Smith on The Matrix, and I'm not even joking on this. He would have ended up being like Agent Smith, and that's already been done. I loved Ultron in this. That's the reason why I wanted there to be more Ultron. Like I didn't want him just to be out in this movie because he's fantastic.
Oh, I did like that they showed the hub of the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's where Jarvis was hiding, at the hub of the internet.
he was trying to. Well, he was stopping Ultron from getting the nuclear codes.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yep.
Pop quiz time for
right.
for Friday night. When they were at the
Shit, I
what
didn't
was
start.
dubbed as the after party, where they're trying to lift Thor's hammer, couldn't help but notice, but Captain America moved
Almost
it
moved it. Yeah.
slightly.
He moved it a
That is
wiggle.
a reference. That is a reference to a future movie, isn't it, or a comic book of some kind, isn't it?
No, it's just the
Okay.
fact that he's extremely worthy.
Okay. I thought that had to be a reference to something, but obviously not.
Yeah, Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, Mew Mew, for those who like the Thor movies, and think Kat Denning is the cutest thing in the world, like myself. That actually, the way that they describe it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that it has a advanced biometric algorithm that can that basically kind of reads your mind when you touch it, and if its algorithm says yes, you can pick this up, then you're worthy.
Yeah.
But
Captain America is not quite worthy.
Not quite.
So I would like to see if they develop that. I doubt if they will, but it would be nice.
I think it's the reason why Vision being able to pick it up and use it is kind of just, I guess, kind of a way to wrap up the conversation they were having earlier about the elevator.
Yeah.
He's a robot. He can't, there's no way to prove that he's not worthy.
Yeah. But the look on Thor's face, though.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it was fantastic.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I guess you're not worthy then.
Yeah. Which we'll call it on back to Captain America, just almost picking it up. It could also be that he's still feeling guilty about his fallen comrades.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's still carrying some stuff. Let's go into that. The whole where Scarlet Witch messes with everyone's head.
Oh, that was freaky.
Freaky deaky. But at least we got some Haley Atwell, which is always good.
At least the camera work on that Vision stuff would make me throw up.
Here's an interesting thing on this one.
Thor had a future
powers
vision.
are all right. Here's what this is. No, I'm not. Again, I did a lot of reading about this movie. Scarlet Witch's powers are still based on chaos, even though they manifest more into telekinesis and stuff like that. Her powers, as in the comic books, are completely chaos-based, and kind of role of the fates. Iron Man's vision was a future. Thor's vision was the future. Captain America's was a past. Scarlet Witch's was the past. And they tell you what Hulk's was because Hulk's mind is more animalistic. So it's just a jumble of rage creation.
Up Manhattan, but sure, why not?
Just angry feelings.
Yeah, just horrible angry
Uncontrolled
feelings.
rage.
So that's what that is. That is the spectrum of A. Did anybody else notice that in Iron Man's vision that Winter Soldier's arm was in there?
No, I did not.
Wait a second. There's a giant metal arm with a star on it. I'm like, wait, why is Winter Soldier's arm in Iron Man's vision? He's never seen
I
it.
did not notice that.
Well, he is alive, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Bucky's alive, but it bothered me that Stark doesn't know who that is, but his arm is there. I'm like, what the hell?
Because Falcon or whatever has been looking for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
mentioned at
Falcon
the
and
party.
Iron Man's job is looking for Winter Soldier.
Where's Bucky?
Where's Bucky Barnes?
The fun new game coming soon.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this baby up, mainly because time
We
restraints.
haven't talked about the farm at all.
Oh my God, no, no.
The farm.
It was
We
great
do have to talk
seeing.
about the farm.
It was great seeing Velma in there, because she's awesome no matter where she's at.
Amen.
And Hawkeye being Droopy Dog and
Hawkeye being He bothered me sometimes in this movie. I
I
don't know
like
why.
that. No,
I don't know
I
why.
like the farm scene because it's slowed down. It kind of like let them recharge, let them analyze
But
what
it was so
happened.
Whedon.
It was
just the
summer. It was
Whedonest
summer
of Whedon
vacation.
things ever.
It was
and I
literally
loved
summer
it.
vacation.
It was,
You're not wrong,
you
Dale.
have the heroes. They get the crap beat out of them by the villain and barely escape. Then they have to go somewhere and regroup and find themselves. I mean, it
Summer
happens like 4 times a
vacation.
season, and on Buffy, And it was just awesome. And it was nice getting a little bit more fleshed out characters, getting a little bit of Black Widow's backstory, getting something about Hawkeye rather than him just kind of standing on the sideline shooting arrows at things.
Looking mopey and shooting arrows.
Looking mopey. Yes, he did
I
some
hate Barry Winter's so
smiling at the farm.
much. You don't understand. Like, we went through this last week. Oh my god, I cannot stand him.
I know.
It's not
Not
that
a
I
good
can't.
actor. He's not handsome. He's nothing. He's not good at all.
He's mildly attractive, but
I'm so glad he's gone.
He's
Or
out.
is he?
He's out. Yeah, I even threw that trope in. This is my last mission. Oh man, Hawkeye's gonna die.
No, I
No, I even leaned over to Katie. I was like, "Ah, they're setting it up
Knowing
for
Whedon-
Hawkeye to die."
Knowing Whedon like I do, like how much this was pulled out, I go, he's not gonna die. It's not gonna happen. Nope, I knew it.
You just set it up too much.
Yeah,
I just wasn't
it was
sure. But death
like I
is
said.
so
I mean, there was so
relative
much
in
build up, and Whedon just
cinematic
whips
universe.
out, just smacks you with it, like whips out his giant weed and just smacks you with it, and just laughs at you while you're doing it.
in the face. In
But
the
no.
face.
I hearted the farm. I'm pro farm.
So am I, pro farm.
I'm neither pro farm nor anti farm.
I'm mostly anti. I liked
did-
what it did for the rest of the characters, except for Hawkeye.
Yeah, we
Well, that's
didn't
just
need
because you
the
don't like
family
Hawkeye. So that's just
No,
a
we
prejudice
didn't.
of yours.
We didn't need the family story, though. We didn't need it, but we knew Hawkeye was going to die anyway before the farm scene, so it didn't really do
I know, and
much.
then even like when they're getting ready to go to the final battle, and Tony Stark's doing his voiceover. It's like, you think we're all gonna come back from this, and it's focused on Hawkeye as he's saying. He just telegraphed it so hard.
Alright.
But I did love the fact that Captain America chopped more wood than.
Yes.
I
It
did
should
find that
come as
funny.
no surprise to you as the soldier who could chop more wood than the nerd.
Yo.
Hey.
Don't touch my wood pile.
Hey, don't
touch my
hey,
don't touch my
don't
wood.
ask, don't tell was
Your
repealed.
your heroes to take a step back and chop some wood. That's all.
Yeah, and like I
on a
said, I liked
farm.
everybody else. I liked everybody else.
You
I
gotta
liked
get your
Black
Nick
Widow's
Fury
build.
cameo, because Sam Jackson needs a paycheck.
I
By the
liked
way,
Iron
we
Man
had
getting
seen-
back to what we kind of saw in Iron Man 3. Like
Yeah.
getting
We
back
had
to the fact that
seen
he
Samuel
really
L.
is a genius. Sorry,
we had
I'm
seen
genius.
Samuel L. Jackson in this movie because the last thing I saw him in was the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt thing as the viral video guy. That was him, wasn't it?
No, he wasn't. Hell, not all black people look the same to you. Not all black people look the same, dude. Good lord.
Someone was in that.
Oh
Who
god.
was that? I swear it looked like him in that.
No, you're horrible. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Made like
Okay.
it's time restraints. All right, so Raul, Tito's.
I would give it. I'm giving it an 8.5.
All right. Azevedo.
I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Putting it right out there. Schmack down. I'm slapping
Damn.
it on the table.
I too am going to slap something on the table. Slap my weed on the table. How's that sound to you?
Slap your weeding on the table.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Night? It sounded like you said
Night.
night there for a second. Like, you're giving it a night? I don't understand. This doesn't sound like bedtime.
CJ.
All right, and I am going to give it. I'm going to give it an 8.52, only because of the weird focus on Hawkeye.
Hardly fair.
All of the
It
rest of
wasn't
it, and the fact that a great
It was fun.
you murdered a great Earth level villain in one movie, and just I don't know, too much Hawkeye. So that leads us to an 8.5.
Too much Hawkeye and too much middle chapter syndrome.
Yes.
That is the influence of giving it an 8. Is too middle chaptery to me.
Yes.
I had no problem with it
You're not wrong
whatsoever. Give me all the middle chapter you want.
Why didn't you give it a 10 then?
Slap it in the face. It wasn't a perfect movie. Wasn't
No.
We
Nobody
didn't
in their right
go
mind can
into
say
the biggest title fight of the whole movie, Hulk versus Iron Man.
Ooh, Veronica.
Yeah, but there was so much Whedon in that too. It was fantastic. The scripting in that was so good.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Go to
My
sleep.
smash.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. My
let's go this way. How fast can I buy this building?
My crossover title for this was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hulk Takes Manhattan. That was my crossover title for this movie.
All right, so we could sit and talk for hours on this, and if I didn't have stuff I needed to do early in the morning, I would. So you can reach the show at twitter.com/geekio show, our site which has everything, all of our shows and much more, geek-io.net. You can contact the show at geekioshow@gmail.com. Call us at 727-489-4335. That's 727-489-GEEK. Also, remember that we record every Thursday, except for this one, at 10 p.m. Eastern at geek-io.net/live, and mobile listeners can listen at tunein.alphageekradio.com.
Next week on Rant and Review, we are reviewing Cool World.
Yeah!
Oh boy.
From before Dale was born.
I am so excited in this. I might actually have Rachel come on this next episode.
1992.
I have never heard of this movie.
Oh my god.
I've heard of this movie, but I've never seen
Should I
You're
watch
in for a
the
treat.
trailer for it, or?
No,
You
just
should watch
dive
the
in.
movie.
Just dive in.
Just dive in.
Trust
Jump
me.
in.
After this one sentence description, just dive in. Go on.
Okay, I looked it up and I see the poster for it.
Did it? Yep. That's all you need.
Sold.
And the IMDb score. They're the two things that you need for this movie.
This is a
Oh.
huge guilty pleasure of mine. Like this was like when we were doing guilty pleasures before on Rant and Review Prime. It was either this or this. I have 3 Rant and Reviews that I had in my list. It was this, Demolition Man, and Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
There's only one that's still screaming.
But Cool World, though, is about a comic strip. Vamps seeks to seduce her cartoonist creator in order to cross over into the real world.
Yeah!
To make you excited, I don't know what else will.
God, yes. So excited to see this movie again.
The Summer Movie Smackdown Update.
Pour one out for the homies. Get Rachel at the beginning and Bud Long at the end. Summer Movie Smackdown Update. Age of Ultron and Age of Adeline are out as of this reporting. Hot Pursuit is in today.
You know, that's
Rankings. Raul was in first place at $6.2 million. I'm in second place at $3.8 million, and Dale is in third with $1.8 million. With what was that movie? Freaking
Perfect.
no.
Hot Pursuit? What?
Hot Pursuit. Is it Hot Pursuit? Hot Pursuit
Hot
possibly be
Potato?
one of the worst movies that like ramping up to be one
Off
of
to
the
a flying start! Doug Campbell, 6%.
That's what Dale does. He
Yeah.
always gets the worst one.
But first, though.
But last time he got the worst one first, and then he turned around and had that American Sniper thing happen. So
Yes.
That's not going to
Remember
happen
that
again,
season?
Dale.
Was
Sorry.
that the same season I got the Legend of Oz? That was great.
no,
That movie was fantastic.
I don't remember what you had.
No, I think this time around you get both highest and lowest written.
I think so. I think so. I
Had
can't
that
remember what the
one.
lowest was though. I'm not
Dale
gonna pull it up.
Campbell. Not making sense since 1993. So
Speaking
carry on.
of pulling it up,
What
why
are
don't
you
you
guys'
pull up-
thoughts on who's going to be the sleeper hit this summer?
American Sniper, obviously.
Yeah, clearly
It's gonna
American.
re-release.
Let's see, Superhit. I'd have to remember what the movies are, and I can't right now. My brain is just broken. But speaking of broken, our website is not broken. You should go check it out because the Android Realm is reviewing the Fire Phone. I'm assuming that's the Amazon Fire Phone because that's the only Fire Phone I know of. And that carries over into the working Android as well because he's going to review some features there. Real Insight is furious 7 times over. Raul is replaying Five Nights at Freddy because he has a death wish. Poor Raul. But you can check that out. And Small Screen Spoiler Show talks about the Gotham finale. Ooh. I'm going to pronounce it that well. The penultimate shield. And the rise of Wilson Fisk. Also, Stick Fury.
Yeah, Stick Fury.
Tune in to get that inside joke.
Yes. All right, Raul, go down to the bottom and you're working.
I see it. Also, please remember to visit our Patreon site over at patreon.com/geekio to help us out with a small monthly donation. If you think we're worth $5 for all of our content, we'll give you and your site/cause/whatever a shout out at the top of our show. If you think we're worth $10, we'll read a Twitter-linked post for you.
We will. Or more. We can be heard on Stitcher Radio. Search for Geek.io to help us out if you do, as well as on iTunes. Be sure to leave us an honest review, and we'll gladly read it on the show. Totally. It'll be like a party.
Speaking of parties, show title. Damn it, you ruined my joke. You ruined my segue.
Welcome to my world.
Show title candidates for episode number 105 includes Speaker Cheeks, Spider-Man, Look at the Red Balls, The Sun is Getting Real Low, Big Fella, One Step Away from Nuclear Vessel, Kill 'em Dinosaur Style, Stark Missile, Where's Bucky, and Whip Out the Whedon.
I want Dale to say Speaker Cheeks again.
Speaker Cheeks!
I choose you.
Speaker Cheeks! Cry Force!
All right, folks. On that note, we are going to go ahead and wrap this baby up. Anything else before I hit the button with my kid being cute?
I don't see how hitting on the barmaid is a party.
I do. All right, folks. Good night.
The party is
5.
Good night.
This has been a Geek.io production. Copyright 2015. Geek.io. Geek and Geek.